Caileigh, you scored 1,000 points. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. I feel like it's just thanks to my teammates. They get me the ball in the right spots where I want it, when I want it. So, yeah, it's not something that you can achieve alone. It's a lot. Thanks to my coaching staff, thanks to my teammates, staying extra, getting extra work in and stuff. So, yeah, I'm just thankful to be surrounded by such a great program.
Casey, you've led the team in minutes so far this year, played 34 again tonight. What does it mean to you that not only does this coaching staff trust you to be out there for most of the game, but also that you're able to consistently play well even when the minutes start piling up?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, but it helps. I'm surrounded by a great teammates, and they really helped me like be able to play like that and like have confidence, and be able to play that much. So, yeah, it's awesome.
For either of you, I mean, both of you guys just talked about like how awesome this team is, teammates. What have you seen the difference from last year to this year, and kind of this hot start now on a 3-game win streak? Is there's difference in chemistry in terms of team gelling together? What do you feel differently then?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like definitely this year, like we're all there for each other and we all want it really badly, so it helps when we're all on the same page, and we all have each other's backs. It makes a huge difference.
And then, again, for both of you talking about the team, obviously a lot of new entries to this team: Grace Sullivan, Taylor Williams, Taylor Thomas, Zamaya Walton. What can you say about how they've joined the team and been able to gel with it as well as they have to start the year?
Yeah, I was just about to say, in relation to his last point, like to be able to come in as newcomers and have an instant impact like a lot of those players have, I think that's really incredible, and I think it just speaks to their like fighting through adversity in practice. I mean, preseason is tough. Learning how to play with a whole brand new team is super tough, and I think that they really, really stepped up to the plate, and I think we're just proud of them of how they've performed, honestly. I think that's a tough position to be in for anyone, and I think that they've really performed under pressure.
Casey, how easy does it get being in the backcourt with Caroline Lau and she's getting 12 boards? What?
Yeah, I mean,
boards.
she makes it easy. Yeah, it's so fun to play with her. I mean, she's like a great point guard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for both of you, obviously. DePaul went on a 17-6 run in the fourth quarter. How did you push through that and fight to, at least for you, Casey, getting those free throws at the end of the game and like pushing through to come out with a win?
Yeah, I think that those free throws at the end of the game were super important. Honestly, they kind of like determine the outcome. But regardless, we should never have gone from up 21 to up 4. I think that we should go back and watch the film of that run and see kind of how that happened and adjust in future games. But, I mean, a win is a win. I'm just glad we got to finish it out. And I think that down the stretch, we were able to, when our offense wasn't working, we were able to kind of dig in on defense and get stops. And I think that's what helped us win.
3 in a row has to feel really great. How does like momentum play into like this next stretch of games, the Big Ten coming up?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. It feels good. And we have an off day tomorrow, but we have a few good practices before we have Michigan this weekend, which will be a good one. So it's a good feeling to be able to go into Big Ten play coming off of a winning streak.
And then talking about a winning streak, one of the big reasons why this is now the third straight game you guys have won the rebounding margin, especially after a lot of struggles last year. How has this team's identity changed with regard to rebounding the ball?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big focus in pregame meetings and like even just in practice. We've been doing a lot of rebounding drills against our practice players who honestly put a lot of work in to help us be ready for the games. No one's going to be tougher to rebound over than a 6'2" boy. So honestly, I think that they deserve a lot of credit, and the coaching staff has really put on a lot of emphasis on rebounding, and I think that we've just been fortunate enough to be able to perform, and I think that we just need to continue with that toughness throughout the next stretch of games.
Yeah, I just want to, first of all, wish my great friend Doug Bruno, prayers and health, and, we've been friends for 30-some years, and it was very surreal coaching against DePaul and him not being on the sidelines, but wishing him and his family a speedy recovery and, get him back on the sidelines. He's one of the great coaches, in college basketball history, and, we miss him. And it's just, I'm hoping we can get him back soon. So, that's number one. And like I said, it was just very, very surreal to play DePaul and him not be down, me and him just looking at each other like, oh man, like we had so many great games. And that being said, it's bittersweet. We had a 20-point lead going into the fourth quarter. I want to say 19 or something like that. And DePaul took us out of everything, made us play 90 feet, and we got to do a better job. And we got to find buckets. In the fourth quarter, they made it tough for us to get the ball inside, double teamed our big kids, and we got to make some shots. We got to make some plays, and that's just part of basketball. So I'm happy that we won. It's 4 out of the last 5, but we got a lot of work to do because we can't play that scattered in the fourth quarter. We got to be much more efficient offensively and rebound the ball.
Coach, no field goals in the final 8 minutes of the game. Didn't score a point for 6 of those. What went wrong, and what can you do to prevent it?
Well, we just, I think DePaul really got into us. Their quickness, some of their traps started to bother us. I thought we rushed a little bit, turned the ball over when, and we had some good looks too at the rim, just didn't go in. We just got to be better. I think we got to be much more poised in those situations and just running your offense. And they took us, they did a good job of, kind of speeding us up and rushing, and then they were able to hit some shots. But, it's good for us. You go through that. We can teach from in front after this game and see what we learned.
Coach, you talked about offensive efficiency. 18 turnovers for the team tonight, a good chunk of them coming in that fourth quarter when, as you said, they started picking up 94 feet.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
18 turnovers?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, the team did a much better job.
You said something about how many in the fourth?
In the fourth, there were 6.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the team needs to work on, either in practice or in game, to make sure that they can avoid those costly giveaways, especially in a close situation in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I say this all the time, and I know we have a Big Ten conference game Sunday, but really, everything you do between now and Christmas, after Christmas, should prepare you. So, when we play against teams, they're going to, and there's a lot of teams in the Big Ten that try to speed you up and rush you. So today, we got to learn from that. We got to practice that. I tell our players every day, we've had some injuries, and we're going to go into finals, as you guys know, next week. So, a lot going on in their day, but when you step on the court, you got to practice at a really high level for us to get back to where we were Big Ten champs and NCAA tournament teams, top 20 teams, and that's who we aspire to be. But it's got to get done in practice. So, thanks.
Coach, Caroline Lau with a crazy stat line, 4 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. Can you talk about her development as a player, especially her court vision?
Well, I think, she's had big games. I'm trying to think we played 7 games. She's had double-digit assists in some games. And, she, like I said the other day when we beat Cornell, she just is starting to see things, make things happen. She's feeling, where her teammates are. We're still learning each other, and she's still learning, how to get the ball to certain players at certain times. And but when you're a point guard and you get 12 rebounds, you should get a game ball or something, right? That's what she does. She does a great job. We've seen that last year. We're going to make sure that stat gets up. All my big players know they got out rebounded by our point guard tonight. So we'll make that we'll put a poster up on Friday. But thank you.
Coach, Samaya Walton had a career-high 6 points, only freshman to appear in the game tonight. What growth have you seen from her from when she first stepped on campus until now? Yeah,
and I thought she played well defensively tonight. I think she made good decisions, and she's starting to give us. Again, we're not a team that's going to shoot 25 or 33. So, she's become really efficient, being able to stretch the defense too. So, we're excited for her and her. She has this great work ethic she brings every day. And being a Chicago kid, playing DePaul and Loyola, these are big games for her.
And then, Coach, we talked about the rebounds. Big reason why you guys held DePaul to just 32% shooting from the field. That's now the 5th straight game where you guys have held the opponent under 40% shooting. What have you seen from this team's defense, especially in the post, that's made it so difficult for opponents to get scores against you?
Yeah, I think we're doing a much better job of communicating, and that's really half the battle. And we have, we have good size, and we have some people that didn't get an opportunity that you're going to see a lot more of. Mercy's just come back. She gives us shot blocking and length, and Taylor Thomas and those guys are physical post players, and we need to get them opportunities too. So I feel like that's we're able to guard much better on the blocks than we were the last 2 years, and that's a big thing.
We're going to go back over here, and then we're going to Henry finish off.
Coach, 28 points off the bench tonight. Can you just speak to the depth that this Wildcat team commands?
I think Mel Daly and Caileigh Walsh give us, and they've been basically starters, almost their whole careers, the last couple of years. So, it's like having 7 starters. And I felt like Mel. We started her enough games, but she's probably could be the 6th player of the year in the Big Ten, and that would be my goal for her. And she doesn't care whether she starts or comes off the bench. So I think having that firepower to be able to score, gives us a shot in the arm with her. And she we saw when we beat Utah, she had 22 or 3 points, and she's just a scorer. She's an old school microwave, she makes tough shots that are hard shots for other people. She makes them look easy. So, and Caileigh's really, coming back. We're just getting her back. So, we'll see. But again, we have, it gives us a lot of people on the bench that, we have opportunities for them, and they make us better, but they make us better because they can change the game, which that's what you want, for the better.
Coach, started off pedal to the metal, knee on their throats. What can you say about the ball movement, the way you guys executed in the first half?
Yeah, like I said, I told our team at halftime, the only thing, you got to keep playing at that pace and just take care of the ball. And don't let them. They're a team that can be really can score in bunches. They've always been a high-scoring team, and we did a good job guarding the 3 tonight, but we gave a couple late that were off turnovers. But the first, our problem is when you have a team down like that and you had them on their heels, you got to keep going. And third quarter, I thought we were fine. But, to start the fourth quarter, I said, these 4 minutes, you got to take care of the ball and you got to push. And, like I said, DePaul got us backpedaling, so we got to address that. Guys, thank you.